Are we good? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, test the microphone. Okay. Good to go. Okay, I like it. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Joe. How are you? The volume is not there. Hi, Joe. How are you? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Your volume is. Can you hear me? You joined without an audio. You want to go back and do an audio. You don't have an audio. So go off and come back or click join with audio. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I need you to hear me so that will help you hear everything I'm saying. Can you hear me? Testing the microphone. Can you hear me? Type and tell me what's wrong. Type and tell me what's wrong. Why can't you hear me? Oh, I have to unlock you. Right. Okay. I'm unmuting you. Okay, unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so you can hear me now, but I would need to mute you to be sure you can hear me. Okay, so we're just going to give it like 5 minutes. Let's give it like 5 minutes. Let's get some more people in the room. We have about 70 something people who registered for this. So I hope that they will come in on time so that we can start early. Were you at the last meeting?
No, I wasn't at the last meeting.
A lot for you to learn. Are you in a business center?
No, I'm in a hospital. I'm in a hospital. I am on night shift.
Ah, are you a doctor?
Nurse, a registered nurse.
Nurse, okay, fine. So why people come? Let's chat. You want a PhD, or you want a master's in nursing, or what are you looking for? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself.
For BNSC in nursing.
Okay, you want a BS?
Okay, my name is Doyiwa Jacob. Own local government. From local government, I graduated from School of Nursing in Car in 2019. Ma?
What did you do? Just a diploma or a bachelor's or what?
Diploma in nursing.
Okay. So what are you hoping to get today? You want to find out how you can get a BSc, a master's, or a PhD?
A BSc.
Okay, they're not very.
A BSc, ma.
There are not a lot of chances for BSc, although there are. But those ones are for like merit. So if you're a merit student, like you got all A's, that's fine. But if you're not a merit student, then you may have to find, we'll find something that would help, okay, to start up your CV, and then you do a bachelor's, okay? So not to discourage you, watch the seminar, and then we'll see how we can get those kind of options. Of course, there are some schools that do bachelor's, but the competition is more, okay? Competition is more, but not to say that there are no schools. There are schools that do.
Okay.
I hope you can hear me very well. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so not to worry. We will see what we can find. All right, while we're doing that, I will just try to see on my other system what we have for bachelor's. But usually, most of what we do is for like master's and doctorate. Okay, because master's and doctorate, there are so many. There are just so many of them just waiting to happen. All right. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay. I want you to hear me on my pod.
Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you.
That's okay. I'll put this and then I'll go back. Okay, I'm just letting people inside. There are about 5 people, 6 people now. All right, I'm going to let in as many people as we can. We'll just give it like 5 minutes, and then after that we'll start. But I want as many people to join as possible, because if you don't get a lot of people, the whole essence will not be useful. So for those of you that are just coming in, I welcome you all. I will unmute you. You want to start by introducing yourself. Then in the chat box, I want you to tell me what you're looking for. Then we'll see how we can help. Daniel, I can see you. How are you? Everybody joining, can you hear me? I need you to hear me. Type in the chat box, yes, if you can hear me. Type in the chat box. Ah, Ezekiel, nice to see you. Type in the chat box. Yes. Okay, that's nice to know, Tunchi. Thank you. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to give it some few minutes for those that are just coming in. Okay, you are. Can you mute yourself? All right, I'll mute you. Well, 3 more minutes. Let's just wait for a few people to come in. Shaibu, how are you? Okay, my voice is breaking. Who said that? Pate, when you say my voice is breaking, you want to check if it's from your mic, because I'm wearing an earpiece. Why is my voice breaking?
A little bit, ma.
Okay, so
a little bit, ma.
Are you sure it's from me or it's from you? Because I'm wearing earpiece. Who else feels my voice is breaking?
I can.
It's still breaking. Is it still breaking? Okay, 1 more minute and then we'll start. Okay, Sabe, thank you for joining. Joining from Boku. So is my voice okay? I need everybody to hear me. Tribal. Ezekiel, how are you? It's breaking in bits. Okay, then I think it's you people's network. It's not mine, it's your network, because my network is good. Maybe from your network, maybe from your server. Okay, we're going to start. A lot of people come in very late and they would miss a lot. The reason why I'm doing this again is because a lot of people came in late the last time. I want to try as much as possible not to have people miss out on a lot, but we'll do what we can do. So we're going to start with introductions. I need everybody to unmute themselves and introduce themselves and tell me what they're looking for. But before we do that, I want us to pray. I like to pray because I believe that the Lord Almighty is the one who is the giver of everything. No matter what you're looking for, you need him. So I want to volunteer who is going to pray. Can somebody pray for us, please? Can you all hear me?
Okay.
Yes, mommy.
Pray.
Okay. We are praying.
Go ahead.
In Jesus' name we are praying.
Amen.
In Jesus' name we pray. A Most High God and share for who you are, for your love, for your provision, protections, all you have done unto us. Blessed be thy name in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And Father, we ask and we pray that humanly, whichever way we might against you, we plead for mercy, we plead for cleansing. Forgive us in name for the all that we are about to embark on. Father, the knowledge and wisdom, the grace belong to you that we be accept through. So, dear Father, we plead that you will grant unto us in the course of this divorce, oh God, we pray that you be the chairman to take preeminent whatever we need to know, whatever to be said. Father, we pray you will speak, oh God, unto your children. And we also pray the resource person, the grace, and also the
I lost you. Shabby, your mic is off. Shabby, your mic is off.
wow.
Your mic was off.
It's on.
God held you.
But it's on. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
We were hearing you, then after
okay. It's been
we can't hear you. I'm sure it's the network.
in since now. Oh God.
No, that's okay. God heard you. So if you just round up, we can answer it.
Okay, but can you?
We're hearing you're jumping. Okay, Father, we just want to thank you for
There should be network.
Yeah, we received those prayers. We heard. We know that you have answered. We thank you for in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. So thank you very much, Tribal, for the effort to pray.
Yeah.
I believe that God heard you, so it doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mute everybody so that we can get clarity from all of us. And for as many of you as that can hear me, I just want you to know that today will be a very good day. Now, the first thing I want to know is, what are you looking for? Why are you here today? If you tell me in the chat box why you're here today, at the end of the meeting, I'll find out if I've been able to meet your expectations. And then I would also want to know what really you're looking for. What are you looking for? PhD? Are you looking for masters? And I can tell you the things that will help you today. So I want you to engage your chat box and let me know what you want. And if you want to speak, just put up your hand. I will unmute you so that way you can talk. All right. That will minimize the breaking. That's why I'm putting everybody on mute. So today we are going to talk about fully funded scholarships. All right. And I would just like to share my screen. I'll start from there. But before I start, I want each and every one of you to tell me why you're here. Why are we here today? So if you tell me why you're here, we'll begin to talk from there. So why are you here today? Come on.
No. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Okay. My name is Nkama Joseph Kileshi. Currently, I'm seeking to further my education in precisely in medicine and surgery. So, but now I'm currently in 300 level biochemistry. So I want to know whether there's any way that I can do that, like furthering, like I don't know whether it should be like a form of master in medicine and surgery. Like I just want to.
So now you have a BSc in biochemistry, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm still now. This is my 300 level.
That's fine. All right. Nkama is in 300 level. All right.
I can't hear you.
Who else is going to tell me why they're here and what they're looking for? Come on, you can lower your hand. Okay.
Okay.
Any other person? By you telling me why you're here, you're actually going to help me to know how I can direct my search and how I can help you. So if you don't want to put up your hand, you can type it. Okay, I'm looking for an opportunity to build myself and also for PhD. Renewable energy, fantastic. There's so many of them. Okay, any other person? There's somebody who is already up and he's asking, okay, Ezekiel, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, ma.
Yes.
I'm much interested in PhD position in bioengineering. That's biomedical engineering or biomedical sciences, precisely.
Biomedical engineering.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. I welcome MSc opportunity. I have a BSc in maths and statistics. Okay, looking for direct. You can get that, Shedrack. You can get absolutely a PhD direct with your bachelor's degree. There's so many of those opportunities, and I'm going to show you all of them. Okay, I'm trying to admit people into the room so that they come in. All right. Okay. Who else? Okay. Gailo. Gailo, I like your name. I don't know if it's an Italian.
Okay, good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Okay, good evening, everyone in the house. Actually, I'm to seek knowledge on applying for an engineering abroad. And my major challenge why I'm on this call is most of the opportunities have been I normally do see civil engineering. Hello.
Most of the opportunity you are getting are what?
I rarely see opportunities around civil engineering, and I I don't
I'll
really
show you all
know
of them
how
today.
to-
Don't worry, I'll
now.
show you all of them.
Hello.
today. Civil engineering, I'll show you all of them today.
Yes, I have a concern, ma. Then the concern is in a case where one wants to switch. I think I'm not supposed to ask this now, maybe when there is question and answer, but since this privilege, let me just say, in the case where someone studies a particular course, maybe civil engineering in my case, and wants to switch due to maybe experiences he has gathered over the years, I really want to know how to navigate to suit in. Then if it is not possible, let me know too. Thank you.
Okay, all right, so let's start so that we can have people answer their questions. Okay, so I hear people, what I hear from everybody is that you want an opportunity to increase your learning. You want an opportunity to go further in your education. You also want an opportunity to do a course other than what you want, if I'm hearing correctly, okay? Well, you're in the right place. And today we're going to talk about all those opportunities. Now, if at any time you cannot hear me, please put up your hand, okay? Or just type and say, we can't hear you, so that we can get this right. So today we're going to talk about tips on winning a fully funded graduate scholarship in the United States and other parts of the world. And I said, you can get one. There is a lot, millions, it's unbelievable. And I'll show you a lot of them. So by way of introduction, some of you that know me, you probably think I'm a politician. Yes, I am. Some of you know me as an entrepreneur. Yes, I am. Some of you know me as somebody who was in the House of Assembly. Yes. But more than that, I'm a career adventurer. I just love to read. And because I love to read, I like to always encourage other people to get a lot of education, probably because of my background. I had a father that was an academician. So my father will make us all read and read and read. That made me become a career adventurer. So I love to read. I started with a law degree, then I went to media arts, then I went to theater arts. No, I started with theater arts, went to media arts. And then I went into entrepreneurship. I got an entrepreneurship certificate. I got a postgraduate diploma in business admin. And currently, I got a certificate in entrepreneurship. And now I'm doing a doctorate in Liverpool, doctorate in business admin. So I'm all this. And I also love to invest. For some of you that don't know me, I'm an investment guru. So if you need anything about investment, ask me, and I can tell you that. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a Christian, I'm somebody who fears God. And above all, I like to reproduce my kind. So all of us cannot change the world, but you can change your space. So the little space where I occupy is the space of business, the space of politics, and also the space of education. And so today, I'm telling you all this because I desire that a lot of people go to school. Because if you go to school, that's the only way we can change our world, right? So that's who I am, so that, because I've asked you people to who you are, so you need to know me. Now, some of you will say, so what's the big deal about that? The big deal about that is you need to know why I'm interested in making a difference in your life, right? So before we move any further, like I ask all the time, why are you here? Some of you have told me what you are. And so yes, if you're looking for biochemistry 300, biomedical engineering, you're in the right place. If you're looking for civil engineering, masters, you're in the right place. If you're looking for any kind of course at all, be it renewable energy, be it law, believe me, you can get a fully funded law degree, not but BSc, but master's. Okay. Now, if you're here, if you want to attend school full time, meaning you're going to have to leave Nigeria, you're going to have to go abroad and go and stay there for about 4 or 5 years and study. And then after that, you can come back. Then you will even get paid. Okay. So if you're there because you can get paid and you want to have those opportunities, yes, it's a good place to be. And also, if you know that you lack insight and you need help, it's also a good place to be. So you're here because you think you don't qualify and you need guidance. Like somebody said, I think it was Galo, he said something like that. You're at the right place, Galo. So we'll see how we can help you, right? Now, this seminar is not for you if you want an online school. Okay, if you want an online school, they don't offer it. It doesn't come free. They know you're a professional, you have money, you can pay, so they will not give you a school. If you also think that you know all the rules, hey, I don't need any help, I can do this, fine. You don't have to be here. A lot of times, a lot of us think that we have goals, we have dreams, but we're afraid we may not succeed. So some people don't even bother to pursue their goals. This seminar is not for you. You have to be willing to pursue your goals. And then if you're also here because this is all about me, I don't want to help another person, I just want to be helped, you're in the wrong place. If you're coming into this platform because you just want to go and gossip, you're also in the wrong place. Everybody who is on this platform, I expect you to go out and do something. After today, go out and do something. So my promise to each and every one of you today is that if you come into this seminar, I'm hoping that when you leave today, you can go to school and get a PhD for free and even get paid. Yes, I said get paid. And a lot of you, you think it's impossible. It's not. You can get it. There are millions of PhD, they're unbelievable. And guess what? Somebody like me, I found out only after I've paid so much money to get a degree. All right. I have a passion, like I told you before, to change the world. But I can't change everything. I can't change everybody. I can only change my space. So my space is education, my space is business, my space is politics. Now that's where I do mentorship for young people. So if you need anything, call upon me anytime, send me a mail. I will always be willing to answer. And for those people that cannot afford it, brilliant. I even like to help those more. Because if you cannot afford something and you also do not have the right information, it will kill you. But hey, if you can afford it, I won't even tell you, seriously, I won't tell you if you can afford it, because I expect you to pay so that other people can get the benefits. All right? So forgive me if you think this is what I'm saying, but that's the way it is. So anyway, so right now, we have success stories. For some of you, you would say, oh, do we even have any success stories? Oh, yes, we do. And we're still counting. The other day, and by the way, let me tell you something. It was a young man that introduced me to this. And he's on the platform. He got a scholarship, long story short, he was trying to go abroad. He wasn't able to, and so we met. That's how our paths crossed. And so he began to tell me, oh, there are ways we can do this. There are ways we can help people get scholarship. I'm getting a scholarship and this, that. So I just keyed into it and was able to help him leave and go to Russia. Now he's in America. He got another scholarship, 5 years, PhD, all straight. And he's also being paid. So, you know, I tell you people these stories because if anybody can do it, you also can. So the last plane that left on the 12th, we had about 6 people that were on that flight that were leaving Nigeria for other countries of the world for scholarship. And guess what? There are more going. So don't think that because PhDs and masters are so expensive, you cannot do it. You can do it. And if anybody has done it, you also can do it, right? So this is the reality. Our reality is that a 2-year master's degree will cost you over $75,000. A PhD degree will cost you over $350,000. Take about $35 for 5 years. And then you take living, you take food, you take accommodation, you take stipends, you know, all those things that you feed yourself and eat. And if you have a family, hey, that's even more. That's how much it will cost you. I paid over $100,000 US to the University of Liverpool for my DB. And I've not even finished. I'm just going to finish next year. But you know what? I said to myself, I didn't know it. That is why I spent so much. Other people are not going to spend this much. I will not let them. I will teach them why and how they can go there and ensure that they get into the space and not have to pay all that money. So that's why you're here today. So for me, it's a joy. It's just beautiful for me to tell you all this. So is it possible to get a fully funded PhD? Yes. Is it possible? Yes, yes, yes. And I'll tell you that yes 10 times. Because some people say, oh, it's not possible. It is possible. All right. So now let's talk about it. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Now, there are several ways to get a scholarship, and there are scholarships in different areas. You have scholarships in different categories. Let me tell you the categories. The categories of the scholarship is you can get a fully funded scholarship. Okay. You can get a fully funded scholarship. or you can get a scholarship that is not fully funded. Now, before we talk about that, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you must do. 3 things. And if you have a pen and a paper and you're going to write anything, I need you to write this. 3 things. You need motivation, you need a good number of networking tools, and you need information. I can't tell you anything more than that. Motivation, because at some point you will get fed up. You're going to be like, this is so much work, I'm tired. No, you can't get tired. You must self-motivate yourself. And being self-motivated just simply means that even when you feel like tiring up, you feel like giving up, don't give up, okay? You can't give up. This is not the time to give up. So you must self-motivate. And then I also want to let you know that sometimes you need to understand your goals. A lot of people don't understand their goals. They don't know what they want to do. But if you understand your goals, you'll be able to motivate yourself for where you're going to. So today, if you're going to do anything to begin this journey, you have to motivate yourself, all right? When you share your goals with other people will be able to motivate you, and then they'll also help. So that's the reason why I began by, why are you here? Because now a lot of you have told me your goals. I'll be able to encourage you. I'll be able to show you where to go to, that you'll be able to get help, you know. And then even after that, you would also be able to help another person, and you know how to navigate. So the important thing is get motivated. Today, after today, I want you to go and motivate yourself. Now, what does motivation do? Motivation helps you to keep at it. A lot of people, it was because they were motivated, that's why they went to school. Some people don't even want to go to school, you know. Some don't feel like going to school. But because they are motivated to be in school, some friend told them, no, you can't give up. Some friend said, yeah, keep at it. That was the reason why they're still there. So you must motivate yourself. All right. Now, let's talk about something else. Networking. No matter how smart you are, and being smart does not mean you have academic grades or you have skills. No matter how smart you are, you cannot go far if you don't have a good network. For us in the business world, we actually say that your network is your net worth. Meaning the people that you know are the people who are going to grow your wealth. So if you don't have a good network, my dear, go and begin to build a network. And for you to be able to get a good network, sign up with LinkedIn, okay? Sign up with LinkedIn. Sign up with organizations that offer services for network. Sign up with Rotary. Sign up with Twitter. Build network with people. When Twitter comes back, I expect you to do that. Sign up on ResearchGate. A lot of you that are in the university, go and get on ResearchGate. Why do you need to get on ResearchGate? You'll be able to build a network of people who are in your community, and I will tell you what to do with ResearchGate later today that will help you even with your network, okay? So network exposes you to opportunities you never knew about. One of the dangers I find in our youth doing right now is that they feel they know it all and they're not interested in anybody helping them. If you do that, you're not going to go far in life. Everybody that went very farther in life built a good network. And you need people in your career path, okay? So it's good for you to build a good network. Now, don't use pride. A lot of us are so prideful, we insult our elders, we talk bad. Tomorrow you will need them. And because you insulted them, you didn't think you needed them, now they're useless to you. And before you know what is happening, they can't help you because they will say, oh, that boy was rude to me. Now that's the statistics of people in the United States that network. 85% of people that were looking for jobs found it by networking. And you would also find your scholarship today from networking. So make sure that you build a very good network. Good networks that will build you, not networks that will destroy you. You know, more often than not, some of us get networks that destroy us. We go get into bad friends. We get into relationships that will not help us. I want to let you know that any relationship you're going into, if you're not encouraging yourself and you're not growing, you don't need that relationship. You don't need it. I'm sorry to tell you that. So build a good network, all right? I cannot overemphasize that. So going forward, we're going to talk about scholarship. I'm giving you this as a background story into how you can also help to become whoever you want to become. Now, let's talk about scholarship. So what would your information do? Can information change my status? Yes. If you have information, you have a good network, and you are highly motivated, it will become useful information in your tool, in your car that you can use for tomorrow. So most of the information that you need are with people. Now, let me tell you something. Let me give you a simple explanation. A lot of you, if I ask you, how did you get to hear about this? It's because you probably knew me, you're following me on Facebook, or you're following me on Twitter or somewhere, or you're following me somewhere on some social platform that you met. Otherwise, where will you be here today trying to find out about scholarship? So that's what network does for you. And let me tell you something, don't destroy your networks. Don't destroy them. When you have good networks, sometimes you can take a break, but don't destroy them. Because if you destroy your network, it will deprive you of useful information. And information can save you time, energy. A lot of you that are here today, I'm sure you didn't know that there are so many scholarships that you can use. I will show you all of them today. Unnecessary delay. It will remove you all the burden of trying to find out how to get help. Part of the things that I hear from, especially people that are from Benue State, is that, oh, we don't get people who help people. Oh, our adults, the people who are made don't help people. And that is what we're trying to change, right? We want to change that mentality. So another network I would advise you to join is New Life Research Foundation. It's a beautiful network. If you get on that network, a lot of those scholarships that I'm talking about, they post them every day. We just have beautiful people who are there researching and dropping them on the platform for free. Nobody pays them anything. You enter into my Gunana Dingy mentorship program for free. Nobody's paying me anything for doing this, okay? And you are not paying. In fact, somebody was saying to me tomorrow, Madam, you need to start charging money for this thing. I said, no problem. These are my first fruit. When I have like 50 students who are already in America going for university, then I'll start charging money. So you guys are the lucky one. I'm just joking. Okay, so make Google your friend. Google will help you get every information you need. And then you have to know how to surf the internet, because that will also save you time and to save you stress, all right? So make Google your friend. If you didn't hear anything, make Google your friend, all right? And then me as your mentor, a lot of the information I also get are from Google. Guess what? So if you were searching for it, you won't have to come here. But you know, you need someone to guide you. That's why I'm mentoring you. So let's talk about how we can do this scholarship thing. And I'm going to show you, we started early today, so I will show you how you can search for it on your own. And if there was anything you ever wanted that you didn't know how to go about it, I can help you with that. Right. So let's talk about scholarships. So there are different kinds of scholarships, all right? There are different kinds of scholarship. You have the fully funded scholarship, and those scholarship covers everything: full tuition, accommodation, health insurance, visa application fee. Yes, they pay for your visa application fee, flight tickets, arrival allowance, monthly stipends, research funding. They give you money for that. In fact, some universities even give you money for your child and your spouse, if you have a child and a spouse, and that they call fully funded scholarship, all right? Some of those people even pay for your ticket. When you get there, they refund you your ticket money. Then you have the ones that are partially funded. These ones don't pay for everything. They pay for some, but they leave some. They pay you a stipend. Some don't cover accommodation. You have to pay for your accommodation. And just, it's not fully funded, all right? So what's the key? Why am I telling you this? Anytime you're applying for a scholarship, always read what they say. Know the difference between fully funded and partially funded, because there are even some scholarships that are fellowship, okay? They are partially full, but they are fellowship. And they even pay you lots of money. They pay you dollars, a lot of it. But guess what? This goes to top students. If you are A-list, this is a scholarship for you, okay? Fellowships are for you. And if you finish your master's and you're just looking for something to do, they are also for you. So you get to also do assistantship. The ones they call assistantship, if you're searching, sometimes you look for assistantship, they're like part-time work. So you're working, but you're also teaching. and then it pays you a stipend, and then it covers full tuition and it covers full fee. So fully funded scholarships would give you like 5-6 years of scholarship, and the masters will give you like 2 years. Now, if they say, I was researching today and I found out that there's actually a university that is even doing for part-time. Amazing. They used to not do part-time, so now they started they're doing part-time. Now, the fully funded scholarship will help you to become, if you're journeying towards becoming a professor, but more than that, it will give you 10 and 20 hours of work per week. So that also gives you work experience. So if you're ever going to look for a work, you have work experience right there, right? And then they give you everything free. So you want to look at that. Those are the ones that I want us to talk about today. So what are the tips for getting a fully funded scholarship? Get all your required documents. Now we're going to talk about documents, but I want you to know that every document that you have in life, if you've ever gone to school, it's good documents. Don't throw it away. No document is irrelevant. No document is just there. So my advice to you today, when you leave this platform, go and scan all your documents, right? All the ones that are for school, the ones that are for courses, short courses, scan them and have them. And then the ones that you were given like achievements, when you're writing your resume, put them in it. You know, a lot of times people say, they gave me award, they gave me award, Best Commissioner of the Year. You know, when I'm applying for a fellowship, I will put it. In Nigeria, it may not mean anything, but abroad is a big deal, all right? It's a big deal. So put that in your scholarship, put that on your CV, upload them as supporting documents, all right? So whatever you do, like I said before, take your scholarship serious, take your networking serious, take your document serious, and this is what you begin with in order to apply. So what are the key documents that you need? All your academic certificates, everything. Statement of results for graduate applicants, short courses, master's, PhD, every academic document you ever had, you need it, all right? For undergraduate, you have to produce your secondary school certificate or your high school certificate. In our case, we call it WASC, WAEC, NECO, you know, all those things. You need that. Now, some countries insist that the graduate student must also produce the academic certificate and have it signed by the registrar. Okay, that is when your certificates are not ready. They insist on that. And by the way, don't laminate your results, please. Don't laminate your results. When you laminate your results, you get into trouble when you get a scholarship. All right, you're going to have to start going to your school to go and get this certificate, this one and that one. Okay. All scholarships that you can get scholarships from the US, from the UK, from Australia, Canada, Israel, China, Hungary, all the countries in Europe, Switzerland. But a lot of them, they require unofficial transcript. Okay, you must put up transcript. Some don't require, some do. Like countries in Russia, they don't really give much concern with that when you're applying. But in the second round, it will mean that you will supply that, okay? If you're applying while you're still in school, and these are for people who are starting to apply while they're still in school, you want to first of all have your per semester, okay? Have your per semester results signed. Make sure you go to them, to your school, and get them to sign your per semester results for you, have it ready. So that when you want to apply for a scholarship, you don't have to go and start looking for it. You know how Nigerians are. You need something in 3 days, they will give it after 1 month. So you want to go there now. Go and begin to get your HOD or your examination officer and get all your unofficial transcript ready now. Save them and have them ready. So that by the time you go and you need a scholarship, you don't need to go start looking for your transcript. By now you have something to send to the school before you can wait for anything, all right? Now, for undergraduate students, go and get your per term results, you know, sheet per sheet in your secondary school and high school. That's your transcript. Collect them all and scan them and keep them. So that tomorrow, keep it in your email or somewhere. So that tomorrow, when you need to apply for a scholarship, you will just get into your mail as a draft, pull it out, apply and send it. Don't wait until you need a scholarship and then you go and start looking for things, all right? Now, another thing you also need to do is Some schools, before you can get into school, they will ask you to supply certain things. Should you get an international passport? I always advise yes. Just go and get your passport now and have it. If you're ever planning to apply for a scholarship. Because some school will not ask you, but some school will ask you. And eventually you're going to get abroad anyway. So my own, because you want to travel, just get a passport and have it. It's not a requirement for a scholarship you're advertising that's been advertised, but you will need it eventually. So why do you have to wait until maybe they now say scholarship time and passport, then you go and they tell you booklets are finished, all right? So if you're ever thinking about going abroad for scholarship, go and get a passport now. Just have it ready. Anytime you need it, you just need it, all right? Okay. So some schools also will require you to have a recommendation letter most times. Every school that you are going to apply for is going to ask you for 2 or 3 recommendations. And most of those recommendations are either going to come from your lecturers or they're going to come from people who you have known, maybe when you're working or something. So what I advise people to do is that contact people that you know before now, okay? Let's say, for instance, you're in school, your lecturer, your tutor, your vice chancellor, your dean, know them, have a personal relationship with them, so that tomorrow you need a letter of recommendation. You just go to them and say, sir, I need a letter of recommendation for this school. I'm applying for a scholarship. Would you recommend? And they'll be glad to do it. But if you don't know them already and you go, they may not want to give you. And these people are your referees. And a lot of time, the school will ask you to give an email, okay, of the people who you want them to referee you. Those people are the ones who are going to give you a recommendation. So they write to them. Now, you want to make sure that they can write something in your favor, all right? So you need dependable recommendation from your past lecturers, your dean of studies, your VC, the people you have worked with, and always make sure that there are people who check their mails frequently. If they are not, when you send a recommendation on their behalf, call them immediately and say, sir, I just sent your mail for recommendation. Text them and say, please, can you answer today? Don't let it go more than 2 days. So always have more than 3 referees on your list. Me, I always tell people, have 5, so that if anyone fails, another one will fail. If another one fails, you can fall back, all right? So always have a list of recommendation. Let people that would always recommend you. Are research publication useful? Yes. If you are an undergraduate, the person that told me is in 300 level, begin to publish some of your seminars, begin to publish some of the works you're doing, all right? And when you write your project, please, for those of you that are already written your project, go and publish them. It's free. Go to scienceopen.com, publish them. If you go to ResearchGate, you can publish them. If you go to academia, you can publish them. They're all free. You don't have to do anything. You don't pay anybody anything. Because when you have a publication, it boosts your chances of getting a graduate scholarship. It's not a requirement, but it's good, okay? And then complete free online courses. There are a lot of free online courses. Go and get them. Acquire skills, get free certificates in your discipline so that you can close the gap. Like the person who is doing BSc right now, get free certificates, boost your skills, do something so that by the time you're applying for a scholarship, you have other things to augment what you're doing. Visit other platforms, okay, for more information. And please, I beg of you, go and publish your work, all right? A lot of you didn't think it was important, but if you're going to do that, it is important, right? Somebody is saying, send a letter of recommendation to those that, to a birthday wish, a happy month, congratulatory message. That's good. So that you don't have to only call them when you need a recommendation letter. That's brilliant. Thank you for posting that. All right, so let's continue. So publications are useful. Make sure you have publications. More than that, sometimes, like I said, go and take free online courses. There are so many free online courses for those of you that are in the tech-driven courses. So many. Go to Coursera, go to Udemy, go to Financial Aid for Scholarship. There are so many of them. Just Google free, whatever your course is, certificates, free courses with certificates, and they will give you. And by the way, even Nigeria offer free tech courses. Digital Nigeria. They have a course catalog that you can go there and get a lot of free online courses. And by the way, they are considered abroad, all right? A lot of people also use them. So schools acknowledge them. So you want to do that. Digital Nigeria website is digitalnigeria.gov.ng. You want to check them out. You want to check out all this website I've put here. It would help you as you move forward. Okay, so what are the things you need? Resume. You have to prepare a resume. All right, you prepare your resume based on the format that is required by the scholarship you're applying. That's why it's important you pay attention to what you're reading. All right. If they don't ask you for a particular format, just use the standard academic format. You can Google online. There are free resume preparatories. You can Google, they will help you. All right. And then you can also go to some sites that have materials for resumes. And I've put on a site here, you can copy it. Now, another letter for statement of purpose. There's another thing that they call a statement of purpose. That statement of purpose is basically your motivation letter, your intent letter, a statement of interest letter. And what does that letter ask for? Why are you going to school? Why do you want to get this fully funded scholarship? Now, don't go writing, oh, I'm from a very poor home. I don't know how I'm going to go to school. No, don't write those kind of things. When they ask you for a statement of purpose, you want to begin like a storyteller. When I see the children on the streets of Europe, I know that these children will benefit from me being able to go to school. And, you know, those kind of things. Make it like a benefit thing. Don't say, I'm so poor, my father has a problem. I don't know, my mother did not go to school. So no. Oyibo don't need it. They don't need a pity party. All right. You want to say something that is very motivational. That's why they say a motivation letter. You want to say something like you are the one who's going to come and change the world. You know, your whole problem in Africa, you're the one who is going to come and fix it. Aha, they like to hear this kind of things, right? So learn how to write a resume, learn how to write a statement of purpose. And when I do the next seminar, we'll teach you how to do that. That is a whole lot of work, and we'll have to do that with practicals, okay? So the next time I'm doing a class, I probably will do it online, but also I would also do it in person. So if you're in Makurdi or you're anywhere where I'm having that, we'll post that. Then we'll see how we can also teach it online. Right. So do I need an English proficiency test or GRE? Yes and no. In most US countries, Australia, Canada, European, Nigeria don't need GRE. You don't need TOEFL. You don't need IELTS. It's an English course that you need to take. And basically all it does is it just tells you that you learned in English, you studied in English. Now for us in Nigeria, we were taught in English, okay? Our exams were in English. We don't need it. But what you need to do is that when you are applying for these courses, you want to take, and they ask for a letter of English proficiency. You want to take that letter and ask that your registrar should write for you and say you were taught and you were examined in English. And once you say that, the requirement will be waived for you, all right? Although there are also some schools that still say it's compulsory. If you can take it, take it. It doesn't cost so much, but if you don't have the money, don't bother. Just look for schools that don't ask for GRE. And by the way, this is a good time to apply for schools. Nearly every school in America has waived GRE, nearly all of them. Nearly most schools in Europe has waived GRE. So you want to take that, okay? A lot of them have waived it. And if GRE is required and you have very good and excellent grades on the academic transcript, just send them your transcript and they will request for a waiver for you, all right? So anything is possible, but it's only possible if you ask. Okay, now some of the PhD courses, you will need to find a graduate supervisor. So even if you don't have a supervisor, go ahead and make the application. And even after you submitted your application, you can contact potential supervisors. Somebody asked me a question the other time and said, oh, my supervisor is not answering this and this and this and that. As soon as you make someone your supervisor as a potential supervisor, keep calling the person. And when you write your admission letter, your application number to it so that they know this is where you're calling from. Send them emails, send them a call, okay? We're going to learn how to write cold call mails to supervisors in our next seminar. There is a whole lot to teach, so we can't take that all today. Now for graduate scholarship, pay attention to when they advertise for lab position, when they advertise for studentship, when they advertise for assistantship. That's how they call them. Okay, pay attention to those. They may say studentship and you will not know what it is, you will ignore it. That's for graduate applicants. That is fully funded. If they say studentship, that is also fully funded. If they say assistantship, and if they say it's a lab position, it's also fully funded. Okay. For undergraduate, masters, and short courses, pay attention to government, university, organizational, bilateral, and local scholarship. Like right now, for those of you that are on this platform that want to apply for undergraduate, Hungary is actually doing scholarships right now for undergraduate. I think Belgium and one other country. I didn't pick that out. So you want to also pay attention to that. So universities, scholarships are for undergraduates. Bilateral scholarships are for undergraduate. And by the way, yes, there's a school in Canada. Also, they're doing undergraduate scholarships. Okay, so those are for universities. So you want to pay attention to that. Now, okay, where else do I find opportunities? You can find opportunities if you visit my page, Munana Dingy Mentorship Program. You can find opportunities if you visit New Life Research Foundation. It's also part of our groups, and that's actually the person who is the founder is the one who introduced me to all this. And then all our groups on Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, you can locate all this. And I would also show you how you can locate and look for it yourself, because there are so many, we also cannot cover it, okay? There are so many. So you also want to make sure that you can do it for yourself. Now, admission application fee is a challenge for some students. If you see that, don't bother. Although schools like Harvard, Cornell, Princeton, and those big Ivy League schools, they ask you for an application fee, all right? If you can pay for it, because their schools are also fully funded. You don't pay jack, but you only pay, they scare you by asking you to pay 175 pounds or dollars, right? Pay for it if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, don't bother. There are so many schools that don't even offer you, they don't ask you to pay, all right? So you just want to stay where you can afford. Whatever you're doing, don't break the bank. Do what you can afford, okay? The whole essence of trying to help you is to make sure that you don't break the bank. Maybe probably when you're leaving, you are just trying to say, oh, ticket money, because they may refund you when you arrive, but try not to break the bank. So if you find a school you want to apply and you don't know whether it has application fee or waiver, ask questions. If you ask questions in our group, we'll be able to help you, all right? So let's move. Now, when should I apply for scholarship? This is a good time. Scholarships are open from now till January. There are some scholarships in the US now that will end by December. Some will end in January, but this is a good time. And if you can apply now, great, all right? Because the admission process takes time. So if you apply now, you're actually looking to go into school maybe next year, September, all right? So you want to start now. If you wait until next year, September, you're going to go to school in 2023. So know that they have deadlines, they have strict things, application process, so you need to start early. And there are lots of people also applying. You're not the only one. So you want to make sure that you start early. Different countries have different deadlines. Different faculties have different deadlines. You want to find out when it's when, right? And then for those of them in the US, like I said, a lot of them have opened. They will close between 1st and 15th of December, although some extend to January. The ones in America, the ones in the UK as well. In Canada, they have fall registration. They have winter, they have spring, they have summer. So you also want to know where you want to go to. And then there, of course, there are some that are all the year round. All year round, you have school going on. So you also want to know where you're going. So how do I search? How do I find a fully funded scholarship? This is part of the practical we're going to do today. Google. Google, your number one search strategy is Google. Just search fully funded scholarship in the course you want. And a lot of them will pop up, and I will show you some of that today. There's some of them you can search and ask for admission from a supervisor, right? Somebody who is looking like for a lab assistant, somebody is looking like training for something, you can search them. And then Google Scholar, and I will show you all this today. Today we have time, so I can show you Google Scholar does that as well. All right, so Like I said, Google is your best friend. If you have a special research topic, and I know a lot of us don't, but if you do, go to Google Scholar, search for your research topic, you will find a professor, all right? You will see the year of publication, search for a professor, click on the author of the paper of interest, identify if they have a university faculty, and then research the university where these authors are based, and you will see that they have a lot of scholarships. And we will show you that today, all right? We'll show you that today. So you just need to do a little bit of research. But if you don't, like some of you will say data and all that, just get on my page. I post that every night. New Life Insurance, New Life Research post every day. All right. So sometimes I even forget. It reminds me, say, oh, mommy, post this. So please. Now be open-minded about the type of degree you want. Don't limit yourself. Be open-minded about the school. Be open-minded about the country. Don't say it must be America or else. Oh, it must be Canada or else. You are getting free education. Hello, what are you fussing about? And you'll be shocked. Some schools in Hungary will pay you much more than some schools in America. Some schools in Canada will pay you much more than some schools in the UK. Some schools in the UK may pay you much more than some schools. And by the way, there are even fully funded scholarships in Africa, you know. So when you're searching, look for, like, for instance, what's the tip of the day in name, in terms of name. Some schools will call it urban studies. Some school will call it urban planning. Some school will call it urban design. Some school will say public policy. Some school will say, I mean, any kind of discipline. So when you're searching for a school, like now, biochemistry, you want to search biochemistry, biomedical, but now they have renewable energy. They have all sorts of names. The courses we do in Nigeria, they've stopped doing them sometimes, and they're the same thing, but they just gave them new name. So you want to research and just find out where you are. Now I want to let you know that there's so much information I cannot give you all because I don't have the time to give you everything that I want to give you. But you know what? If you join any of our platforms, you will get a lot more. If you know when I'm having a seminar and you join, I will give you much more. Tunde Omotoya said, you don't get what you don't apply for. You don't get what you're not referred to. You have to apply for something to get it. You have to speak to someone to get it. Wishful thinking without moves will never make anything happen for you. So for those of you that have come here today, I know it's not wishful thinking, you have. So my part is to mentor you. And if I'm going to mentor you, not only will I try to create you in my own image, which I can't, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to create yourself. That is what Steven Spielberg said. That's the reason why you're here today. So I want to thank you so much for coming. Now, the choice is yours. Do you want to do it or do you want to ignore it? I'm hoping that you guys will take the chance of doing it. So that is what I have for you today. And I'm hoping that if you have any questions, I'll be good to take it. So did you learn anything? Let's talk about that. Did you learn anything today? Did you learn anything? I need some charts. Did you learn anything? Oh, wow. Thank you, Atta. All right. Thank you. So we're going to do a practical, okay? We're going to do a practical today. And I'm just going to show you how you can search for a scholarship, all right? And it's pretty easy. So let's go to, let me take some questions before we go. Yes, I did. Thank you, girl. Okay, I've learned a lot. Wow, thank you. All right, so how many of you have searched? You've searched already. Have you found something? Great. So if you have searched, I'm looking for fully funded opportunities for PhD in cybersecurity. I'm looking for fully funded. Okay, let me ask you a question. How many of you were in the last webinar? How many of you were there? Because I sent you to a page and I asked you to download the entire, yeah, you can. I'm going to, oh my goodness, I was going to put this on YouTube, I forgot, but I would do that, all right? I'll do that. What's UCAS? You have to tell me, don't give me abbreviations. Tell me what it is and I'll see how I can help. What's UC? Let me search. UCAS. Okay, I'm trying to get that, let me show you something so that it will help you to understand how to search for a fully funded scholarship. Okay. So I'm going to go to this page. All right. Can you see my screen? Some of you said that there are no fully funded scholarships in London. There are, and I'm just going to blow to your bubble now. So there is a site we call, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Let me hear a yes. Yes, yes, yes. You need the code to download it. Somebody is asking the platform and they asked for a link. I was asked to enter a code. Yes, you need a code to download it. Okay, you want to go back to your school at Demidon. You want to go back to your school and let them write you a letter to say that these documents that you laminated are true representation of the certificates that were given to you. Now you didn't know that, that's why you laminated them, but they are a true representation of the school. And once you carry that with a signature from your registrar, you are good. Okay. So you want to go back to your school and get them to help give you a letter that says yes. The person who said I signed up for the platform, they sent me a link. Yes, you want to enter the code. That's the only way they can send you the directory. Okay. Philip, the name of my, let me send you my YouTube account so that way you can. Okay, but let me go back to showing you this. All right. Now, this page is called Find a PhD. Can you see it? On this page, it says fully funded scholarship for 20. Did you look at what I have here? Fully funded what? Can somebody read it? Unmute yourself. Put up your hand if you want to talk. I will unmute you. Are we there? Am I talking to myself? Okay, 2 people have raised up their hands. Let me see the 2 people. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, hello. Thank you, Moni, for a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
And you say I should read what is on the screen?
Yes, here.
Okay. Microbiomes are integral to many of the fundamental.
No, read where my question is. Here, just here. Yeah, fully funded. Yeah. Yeah. Fully funded.
Sorry, that. Sorry, that.
It's coming.
Funding available.
It says fully funded. What does it say? It says fully funded studentship. Can you see that?
No, I can really see that.
Now, if you see studentship, it means scholarship. Okay? The British says studentship.
Fully funded studentship available.
Yes, that's a fully funded scholarship. So when you see fully funded, if you look here too, it's telling you fully funded studentship. All right. So what that means now, let's click on it. Let's click on it so that you see what it means. Let me click on it so you see what it means.
Okay.
So when you see studentship, don't think, oh, studentship, what does studentship means. That's the end of it. No. All right. Now see what it says. It says, LSA is awarding studentship to new PhD students in 2023. All studentship covers full fees plus an annual stipend. Did you see that? So you want to find out what it's saying. You want to click on it and know much more. Okay, let me mute it and know much. There's so much noise. There's so much noise. I need to mute you guys. When you start making so much, then you don't let people hear. Those of you that are talking, you are making noise. Okay, so see, look at this. It says this school has 80 studentship for new PhD students. Now you want to go here. It is open to who? UK students, Black minority, especially from Black Africa. All right, so Black Africa, you are part of it. It means women who are also within research. And then you want to go down and see eligibility. Now, it means they are going to pay your fees for 4 years, cover full fees and an annual stipend. Annual stipend, so somebody do me calculation. Annual stipends of £18,000. They are available for UK, EU, international students undertaking research in any LES discipline, with annual renewal subject to satisfactory academic performance. When they give you this scholarship, you can't fail. You have to work very hard. Did you see that? Now that's just one example. And what is this school? It's London School of Economics and Political Science. And what does it say? In any. So for those of you who are looking for masters and they are not science-based, this is a good place to go. Economics, finance, accounting, management, it's a good place to go. Statistics, mathematics, this is a good place to go. Okay, now let's go back. Let me show you another one. There's something I want to show you. Somebody was looking for fully funded in engineering. Let me show you. There are a lot of them. You want to look at the dates. You want to look at the date that is ending up so that you know when to stop. Now, this is Engineering and Physical Science Research Council, right? They will undertake 4 years, right? Where the first year allows students to explore research, So you want to go down and check. These are all fully funded, all right? Fully funded 4-year studentship, they call it studentship. You want to go and check it. This one's fully funded. This one fully funded. Cybersecurity. Who was looking for cybersecurity? The person was looking for cybersecurity. That's your luck right there. So I'm clicking on the cybersecurity so that we know what it says. So the opportunities abound. The thing is, you have to be serious. So here, there is a 4-year PhD degree program in cybersecurity for the everyday. There are only 10 spaces, right? There are only 10 spaces. So you want to check that out and see the application, what you need to do, right? Okay, well, this one is not applicable to people. Okay, it does not apply to UK and EU national. Oh, great. So it's for international students, all right? And then there's another one that just popped up. So the more you search, the more the scholarships pop up, okay? So you want to know how to search. Don't go to UCAS, Jacob, looking for scholarship. They don't have. A lot of them you have to go and pay. Okay, who said you can't see me? All right. It's not wise for you to go to UCAS. Those ones recruit for schools in America. I mean, in Britain. You don't want to go there. Don't go there. Please don't go there. Okay. Somebody said my screen is not changing. My screen is not changing. Can you see me? Okay, I need you guys to talk. Can you see me? Can you see what I'm showing? Ata, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, I was trying to make the point that your screen actually is not changing. From the first screen you showed us, which is fully founded students
Oh, it didn't
available.
change. Okay. Let me check it again. New share. Okay, I have to share it newly. All right, sorry. Thank you.
All right.
Can you see that now? Is this the one you were seeing? Eh? Ata? Okay. So is this the one you are seeing? So this is the one for cybersecurity. Whoever is looking for cybersecurity, that's your place right there. All right. Now, who was looking for renewable energy? Somebody was looking for renewable energy. I will show you. I realize that it's not showing, so I'll show you when I search. So this is a good place to go and sign up. There is a place you can sign up called Find a PhD. All right, these are basically all for PhD programs. So who was looking for renewable energy? This is it. And it's, by the way, the closure is 5th of January. So you want to look at it. Okay. These are all latest PhDs available. Who was looking for bioscience? Bioscience, biotechnology, molecular mechanism, all those things, they're all there. And you have a supervisor already. So you see competitive PhD, you have a supervisor already who is already looking for students. So you want to look for them. All right. Now that's the example of how to Google for your PhD. Now let me show you how you can check for PhD under Google Scholar. All right. All these are PhDs and most of them are free. I'm telling you, whoever was looking for scholarship, this is another one for bioscience, biotechnology, plants, food and health, renewable energy. I saw renewable energy today while I was researching. So I may try and look for them and put it on the platform, but there are a lot of them. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. Let me show you another one. I would show you another way to look for scholarship under Google Scholar. All right. So if you're looking for scholarships under Google Scholar, you know, a lot of you go to school and you forget to sign up on the research page. I'll show you how to do that. So you first of all go to Google Scholar. Let me get a new page. Let me get a cleaner page. Can you see my clean space? Screen share. Can you see my page? Yes, no? Can you see my page? You people are not interactive. I need you to be interactive because that's what I'm waiting for. Okay, yes. All right, great. Now you will go to, just go Google Scholar. All right. So let's go to Google Scholar. So when you go to Google Scholar, there is a place for profile. A lot of the universities have profile. The professors have profile in Google Scholar, right? And even you can go and create a profile. But you want to create a profile that is good, right? So when you're doing your doctorate, you can create a profile. So let's look at this. If you look at all these names here, you will see people that are already doing research. Okay, can you see that? There's a lot of people who are already doing research. And because I'm writing a research on turnover, I'll get a thing on turnover. So let's do maybe, give me something, give me a name, just give me anything. Somebody just say what you want. The last time we did psychology, I don't want to do psychology, so they don't think, oh, it's because it's that one. So let's do renewable energy. Let's see things on renewable energy. Okay, so we want to do a custom search. We don't want things that are very old. So let's do from 2017. Renewable energy from 2017 to date. Okay, so let's see the role of renewable energy. I need a profile. Ata, you want to say something? Go ahead. Ata, can you unmute yourself? Unmute yourself. I've given you permission to unmute yourself. So I'm waiting for it to open. While it's trying to open, this is what happens. Everybody who is on Google always have a profile. Now, what you would do is when you get to the profile, are you there? So let's say, for instance, let's go to, I'm waiting for the renewable energy to open. It's not open. So let's go here. Jonathan Scafford, for instance. Let's go to him. He's a professor in Rutgers University. So we're going to search and go to Rutgers. If it's not opening the new screen, let me know. Okay, that one didn't open, so I'm opening another one. This guy, can you see what I'm doing? It's opening. Okay, great. So while that is opening, let's do one that I've already opened. So this man's name is called Joel. Joel something something. That man. He's in a university called GW, right? So GWU University. So we go there and we check graduates. Now, this guy is a business person, right? Joel is a businessman. He is a strategic management and public policy professor, all right, with the George Washington University. And he has been appointed a professorship of business in 2021. So this kind of person will have money. They will give him money. Now, when you go, you will check. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I feel like I'm talking to myself. You can unmute yourself. I've unmuted everybody. So when you go there, doctoral schools, you go and look for doctor school. Okay. This one is now said PhD in business with an international business area focus. If it's me, this is what I'll be looking for. Now they say competition is highly successful, da 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 da. But what we are looking for is it fully funded? Okay, is it fully funded? So we want to go and look. You want to look that. If it is fully funded, yes, you apply. If it is not fully funded, don't bother. And guess what? This is doctorate, and they are telling you you can apply with a bachelor's degree. All right. So you want to look at all those. Don't just go, I'm waiting for the renewable energy one. Okay, no, this went to site. I don't need a site. I need a professor. I need a professor. I need a professor. Always look for people who are like in their professorship. It's professors that look for people who are going to pay and have you be fully funded. Okay, don't go and look for somebody who is also a student. Look for somebody who is a professor, because for someone who is a professor, the person will naturally be looking for students who they would teach. Okay, so let's see, professors in renewable energy. Energy studies. Always put research anyway. I'm not searching the right way, but it will get us where we want. And I should have done this in Google Scholar. Sorry, let me go back to Google Scholar. If I do this in normal Google, it will not give me. I'll do that in Google Scholar. So professors. Renewable energy, right? Research. Okay, so I want to click on this. Let's see. This is from which year? 2014. Okay, not bad. But you want to search early because new professors get more grants. Old professors, they may, but they may not. 2017, 2021. So search from here. So let's see. Search for assistant, associate professor, since they need students to advance their career. Okay. If you go and search for people who are also in school, they will not help. All right. So don't do that. Search for professors, search for assistant professors. Those ones have money, they have grants. They would come with money and they would pay you to help them with their research. All right. I'm just waiting for this to open. Okay, so here, renewable energy, there's Cranfield. Let's check. Let's check what we can find with Cranfield. Why that one is open. This one is UK. This one is Australia. So that looks like a book. So let's go to Cranfield. Cranfield, renewable energy. So they have a master's in renewable energy, full-time October, part-time, 1 year, 3 year, top model. So let's see whether it is fully funded. You want to check. Always check studentship funded. If it is not, don't bother. Go and look for where it's fully funded, and there are a lot. Who was looking for chemical engineering, medical engineering? See them there. So let's see what the fundings say. You want to know what the fundings say, right? If it doesn't say fully funded, don't bother. Just leave it. Go and look for the one that is fully funded. Because I tell you the truth, there are some that are fully funded. So this course, you want to look for fully funded, fully funded, fully funded. So this is the professor who is advertising this. Cost delivery, third, keeping your models, team, accreditation, how to apply, Okay, let's see fees and funding. Okay, so this is not fully funded. You don't want to go here. Okay, these are the fees. These are what they're going to pay. Fees must be paid upfront, run away. They have funding opportunities. Okay, they do have funding opportunities. The funding opportunities are here. So maybe when you get these courses, then you start applying. Okay, a caveat, look for schools that already tell you the schools are already, the course is already funded. Okay, some of them you will get, but you have to now go and apply for funding. You see, like this one, if you get it, you will now have to go to all this funding and apply if they will pay. Don't bother about this. This one is, the long cut is too much. Just look for the ones that tell you that it's fully funded, they will pay you a stipend, they will give you housing, and there are plenty. Okay. Now, thank you, Lupe. Lupe is putting you a lot of things there. An emeritus professor will not accept you. Don't bother. Okay, can you elaborate more on MBBS scholarship and what do you mean by relationship with your country? Nkema, I don't understand your question. I don't understand your question. Help me to understand you so I can help. Okay, so do you understand how to search for scholarship with Google Scholar? Do you? Okay, do you understand how to search for just typing, just type? Okay, we mean a bilateral relationship, partnership. Yeah, Nigeria actually has a bilateral educational agreement with most countries in the world. But guess what? Our communication system is not very nice. So a lot of those scholarships come and we don't know. The scholarship board does not advertise it on time. By the time they advertise it, it's too late. So if you know these scholarships and you know how Nigeria is now, I don't want to say it, I'm recording, but you know how it is for those of us that are Nigerians. You don't want to bother. If you are able to go and know about this scholarship sometime, fine, you can pursue it. But if you don't know on time, by the time you apply, it's late. Now, what that means about a bilateral agreement means that that school, that country, let's say you get a scholarship that says the bilateral agreement between Hungary and Nigeria. Hungary pays part of your money, Nigeria pays part of your money. But you don't want to even, but don't bother with those ones. They're too competitive. There are too many people looking for scholarship. And you know how, like I told you, know how Nigeria is. Everybody's looking for their brother. So they will not put your name. Don't bother. Look for the one that is called fully funded scholarship. and you can look for it, knowing that you don't have a lot of competitors in terms of everybody's trying to, and you know the processes. The processes that they do for this ones, everybody will want to put their own burden. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Let me show, somebody asked the question, let me show you one more time. The person is asking for scholarship in photo something. You can apply to both. You can apply to your local school, you can apply for the foreign one. Anyone that comes, my mother will say, mashallah, right? You thank God that this one has come. So somebody is asking for fully funded scholarship, just type it in photo, para. So let's search. Can you see this? Let's search. You may be able to find something. Google has everything. I'm telling you. Fully scholarship. Is that physics? Is it the physics? The person that said that, is it physics? Is it solid physics? If it's physics, fine. You have one there. Okay. If it's physics, I'm trying to open it so you can see if it's physics. So like I said before, when you're typing for something, look for the current word. What's the current word in another country for that scholarship? You don't want to put just your own word and then maybe they're not doing that kind of course and then you give up. No. That's what I'm asking, is it physics? Because I don't know what that is. But you have a scholarship here in Belgium. That is photochronic something. I don't know what that is. It's electrical engineering. Akiga, is that electrical engineering? Yes, it's physics. So great. You have one here, but it's in Belgium. But there is another one. It's not only in Belgium, but let me just see the other one. There's another one. Let's Google. Let's go to find a scholarship. Let's go there. You may find more. I'll just type it in there. So for those of you that were able to go to the page, the link where I sent you, Vicky does a lot of research. You may not be able to afford how much you can pay her because she doesn't do it free. But if she has a directory, you can make good use of it. And this is one, material science, So these are your scholarship in your photogenic something. Photonical circuit, what. That's for physics. So these are and they're fully funded. This one is UK students only. You don't want to go there. This one is self-funded only. This one is self-funded. Let's see if they're self-funded only. These are fully funded, and these are for students worldwide. So you want to check this one. These are funded student worldwide. So you want to check this. Okay. Akiga, can you see that? These are fully funded student worldwide. This is in Italy. The other one is in the other one is in UK. This one is in Italy. This one is in Germany. So you have a lot of them. This one also is in Reading. No, that's not fully funded. So Akiga, have I answered your question? There are a lot. Okay. Okay, what links are you referring to me? All right. Tachia, you're the one for renewable energy, right? So get on our page. A lot of the ones we'll search for will let you know. Then foreign based MBBS, there are a lot, but you also have to search. This other place that I went to, I saw a lot of that today when I was searching. This page, they had a lot of MBBS. So let's go there. Let's go there. Maybe we should just search that. That will be our last search for the day. But you see, search for 6,000. They have over 6,000 PhDs worldwide. That's a good page to go to. So let's see. Okay, let me search. Let's search for the people that want to do what? MBBS. But you know, they don't call it MBBS. You are either specializing as a cardiologist. You know, by the time you're going to doctorate for any other thing, you're specializing. So they may not call it MBBS. They may call it maybe neuroscience, maybe heart cardiologist, maybe pediatrics, you know, those kind of things. They don't do, because already doctorate, as a doctor, you are a doctorate. You already done a doctorate, do you understand? So by the time you're going for PhD, you're going to specialize in something. Yeah, you're going to specialize in something. So they won't call it doctorate anymore, right? So you want to say maybe cardiologist or heart, PhD in a PhD in heart disease or something. I don't know. I don't know the term for doctors. I don't know what they call it. Or neurology, something like that. I don't know. I'm not typing the right thing, but Google will tell you the correct word. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so if you know, let me tell you what you do. Go and make a friend with a school, maybe in Kefi, or a school in any of these private schools. Okay, the person who is talking about transcript, and apply. When you apply, ask them to send your transcript there. Go to the academic office and tell them, they are sending my transcript here. Please, when they send it, I want it. I mean, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I need to tell you. All right. And then you get it. By the time the transcript comes, you get it. You have a copy of your transcript. I have my transcript. Anytime I need to do anything, I have my transcript. And I collected it way when I graduated. So I just make a copy. They don't ask you to send original now. Sometimes you send that before they ask you for the original. So by the time you're going to send the original, you already have it. You know what I mean? So, you know, in this country of ours, you need to play smart. You need to just play smart. Okay, great. So the person who is looking for PhDs, this is what you get. Cardiology, patadadisa, something, you know, they have it, but they have it under different names. International PhD Academy, medical research. You see, you have this fully funded. Who was looking for medicine? This is it. Fully funded. Can you see my screen? So can you see my screen? I've unmuted myself. Can you hear me? You know, technology, no be smart. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah? Let me just hear it. Yes, I can hear you. Lupe, can you hear me? Yes, okay, fine. So can you see my screen now? The person who was looking for medicine. This is medical-based research. This one, and it's fully funded, and it's for children worldwide. I mean, students worldwide. Can you see that? And yeah, this is London. This is UK, it's not far, and it's 4 years. Okay. You have another one in complex disease, 4 years, studentmanship, University of Manchester, Faculty of Biology, Medicine and Health, 4 years. All right. So they won't say medicine. By the time you go for PhD, it's something else. It's a fully funded 4-year studentship in integrative cardiovascular science. This is heart. Okay. Fully funded, 4 years. So the person who is looking for doctorate, this is British Heart Foundation, 4 years, fully funded. But this is for UK students only. So pay attention when you read. Okay. This one too is fully funded, but there's a lot of competition, so you want to apply early. Okay. So do you see that? So all you need to do is just check. There's a lot. There's lots more. Okay. Okay, so do we have any more questions? So for those of you that I sent to a site and I said, go and print out the directorate, and you didn't, I want to show you a copy of that directorate. It has everything on it. Akika, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, man, for your tireless efforts. My first question is, I want to know the type of browser you're using. I don't know, I'm seeing something Microsoft there.
There's Microsoft Edge. There's Microsoft Edge.
Then the one before, lastly, there's some. Okay, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.